Hey, can I be honest with you? You say you want peace. You say you want a calm, fulfilling life. But deep down, you wouldn't know what to do with peace, even if it slapped you in the face. You're addicted to chaos. Not because you're weak, but because struggle is the only thing that's ever made you feel alive. Sounds crazy, right? But I bet that hit somewhere. Let's talk about it. This video isn't about motivation. It's about the truth behind why some of us are constantly tired, overwhelmed, overthinking, and yet we never stop running toward more pain. And anime? Man. Some characters show this pattern better than any psychology book ever could. So today we're going to look at Shinji, Denji, and Thorfinn. Not just as characters, but as mirrors. Because chances are, you're in the same loop they were stuck in. Let's start here. You've been in survival mode for so long that now you only feel normal when something's going wrong. Maybe you grew up in a toxic environment. Drama, yelling, pressure. Maybe you had to fight for attention, or prove yourself just to feel like you mattered. So now, whenever life feels too calm, you start sabotaging it. You pick fights with people. You procrastinate. You scroll till your brain is fried. Why? Because chaos feels familiar. And the human brain doesn't crave happiness. It craves familiarity, just like Shinji. He never wanted to be a hero. He didn't crave power. He just wanted someone to notice him. But after being abandoned, emotionally destroyed, and forced to pilot a mecha at 14, pain became his home. That's what made him stay. That's what made him go back to NERV again and again, even when it was killing him. Because deep down, suffering felt like the only thing he deserved. Sounds familiar? Here's the hard truth. Struggle can feel easier than stillness. Because when you're constantly fixing things, chasing something, or fighting to survive, you don't have to sit with your real thoughts. You don't have to face that voice in your head that says, you're not enough. You're behind. You wasted so much time. That's exactly what Denji went through. At first, all he wanted was a simple life. Bread, jam, maybe touch boob. But the moment peace came close, he couldn't sit with it. He threw himself into more danger, more violence, more broken people. Because that pain distracted him from the truth, he didn't know who he was without the struggle. And maybe neither do you. Here's the trap most people fall into. You equate peace with boredom. You think once you stop grinding, hustling, fixing everything, you'll lose your edge. But that's not peace, that's numbness talking. You've been running on adrenaline for so long, you don't even realize how burned out you are. You're like Thorfinn after his revenge arc, sitting in the ashes of everything he fought for, wondering, now what? The struggle gave him purpose, and without it, he felt empty, lost, directionless. Sound familiar? You say you want peace, but what you really want is meaning without pain. And that takes a whole new kind of strength. So what do? How do you stop chasing storms and finally let yourself rest? Start by noticing your patterns. Whenever things get calm, ask yourself, am I creating drama because I'm uncomfortable? Am I distracting myself to avoid stillness? What would life feel like if I didn't have something to fix? Second, learn to sit with peace. Literally. Spend 10 minutes a day doing nothing. No music, no scrolling, no noise. Just breathe. Sit with yourself. Let the anxiety come. Let it pass. And lastly, remind yourself, you don't need to earn rest. You don't need to be broken to feel worthy of love. You're not lazy. You're not lost. You're just addicted to a version of yourself that was born in struggle. But that version, it's not all of you. There's a version of you that's calm, that's focused, that trusts peace, that builds without burning. And that version, it's waiting for you. So if this spoke to you, really spoke to you, don't just nod and scroll. Pause. Breathe. Let yourself feel it. Because the moment you stop chasing chaos is the moment you finally start healing. And that's where the real power begins.